Hi everybody. So I just jumped on really quick to discuss a couple of things. So I want to talk about the post I put because a lot of people are asking me questions. This post right here, the universe won't deliver. Hi everybody. Hi. I'm going to talk about a couple of posts that I put because a lot of people were asking me questions. So this is one of them. The universe won't deliver, and the other one is 10 facts about your soul contract that we're going to talk about. Good morning, everybody. So I wanted to post about this really quickly and go through this really quickly with you guys. Not quickly, but go through it with you guys. So I posted this, right? And it says the universe won't deliver, okay? One. So I'm just going to kind of like do this like so everybody who watches the video later can get some knowledge out of it, okay? So we have here, hi everybody, I love you all very much. Hi. Okay, so the universe won't deliver. One, if you're not clear on what you want. Two, if you don't push through the karmic and subconscious blocks that are keeping you silent and stuck. Three, if you don't work upon the energetic misalignments stunting your progress. Four, if you're not willing to work through the negative beliefs echoing in your mind. We're going to go through that right now, okay? And then for the 10 facts about your soul contract. You choose your name and date of birth. Your soul family helps you with healing. Life events help you with healing. You have free will. You choose your death. You are not alone. You have access to your spirit guides. Synchronicity occurs to guide you. You can break a soul contract. You can clear karmic debt. You can clear ancestral agreements. Okay, so I'm going to go through these really quickly with you. So, I'm going to try to make it as clear and as concise as possible so everybody can get the knowledge of this and how I recently actually completely broke soul contracts ties because I felt like they were, I broke ancestral ties, I broke soul contracts, I let go of energetic fields that were holding me back, I felt. So I want to show you guys how I did it. And so remember, when we're working with spiritual stuff, it's all energy and it's all imagination, okay? So like when they say manifesting stuff, it's if you think about it, then the universe hears it and then it comes back down. You know the as above, so below thing? So when you have the as above, so below, what's happening here is when we're thinking down here, it's being created up there and it's being brought back down here. That's what as above, so below means. So you always see like spiritual people in pictures, Jesus, everybody, their hands are up like this. And then the other hand is like down, like something like this, right? So it's like as above, so below. So they know the secret. So they're sitting there with a halo on their head because they learned that secret that in the third eye, when you open up, Jesus worked on every chakra and mastered every chakra. These are the chakras, okay? We got the crown, which is purple. We got the third eye, which is like a dark blue. We got the throat chakra. We got the heart chakra, solar plexus, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root chakra, okay? Now, when you work on these chakras one by one, see, like right now, I got to work on my solar plexus because my digestive system is not the greatest. Virgos are ruled by the digestive tract, and so rich rising, gorgeous. So you have to work on each chakra. So if you're feeling like lately you can't show a lot of love, you want to work on your heart chakra. If you're feeling like you can't communicate well or you can't like express your feelings well to people, you work on your throat chakra. If you want to start connecting with the universe, you work on your crown chakra, which is like back here. When you want to start having the psychic abilities, and I would suggest you work on other chakras before you start to try to expand the third eye and all that, because you have to cleanse, clear. It's a lot of cleansing, clearing, and removing negative energy and karmic debts and all that stuff. So I'm going to go over this. The universe won't deliver. If you don't clear, if you're not clear on what you want. I say this to people all the time when I do tarot card readings personally, privately to them. I tell them all the time. When I say to them, if you're not clear on what you want, your spirit guides can't help you. So our mind does this. Well, I want this, I want that, I want this. And we're like, boop, 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 boop. Every single person that meditates spiritually, they always say like this. If you could have your life look like exactly what you want it to look like, if you could have the perfect life, who would you wake up to? Where would you live? How would you live? What would you eat? Hi, Zen. What would you eat? What would you be doing right now, right? You have to be clear on what you want for the universe to give you what you want. So your spirit guides, everyone has a spirit guide, one particular one that is assigned to them that have to help you, that have to help us since before we're born, okay? So I could explain to you. Okay, so, all right, I'll get to that other part because there's a lot I want to get through. So I really want to make this video good so everybody can get a lot of information, okay? So number one, if you're not clear on what you want, the universe won't deliver. You have to be clear about what you want. So if you're sitting there like, I want a husband who's going to treat me right, but then the universe sends you that fuckboy and you start fucking with him again. That's the universe testing you to see if you really, really want what you're saying, what you want, or are you just saying it because that's what feels good for you to say. That goes together with manifesting. When we manifest, the only way things come true when you manifest is when you feel it in your heart that that's what you really want, right? So if you say, I want this house, I want this guy, I want this girl, if you're not feeling that energy in your heart, remember, God does not look at what you do. God sees your heart. So if you go to, let's say up there, how they say judgment and all that, they look into your heart. They look into your soul. Like, what did your soul do while you were here on this earth, okay? So that's very important, okay? You have to be clear on what you want. Be clear on what you want and work on getting that. Don't say you want to do something and then, Fatima, hold on. I'll go through everything and then the questions can come after. Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't know. It just something just the little chair you put there just fell.
Okay.
Not the brown one.
Okay.
It's my lunch break.
Okay. I'm just gonna finish this video. Okay. You can sit there. Okay, so the universe will not give you what you want unless you are 100% clear on what you want, okay? So that's one of the things. So when you're praying, prayer, affirmations, when you're asking the universe for things and you're saying, I want this, I want that, the only way they're going to deliver it to you is if you're 100% clear on it. So I have to make that very clear to you because I tell people all the time, what's up, baby? Manhattan Special. I have to make that very clear to people. Ask your spirit guides to give you exactly what you want. Do not beat around the bush. Do not keep asking for this, that. Go watch TV, baby, in your room. Go ahead. All right, so that's one of the things. Number two. So remember, we're talking about what the universe won't deliver. Okay, unless you. Okay, so number two. If you don't push through the karmic and subconscious blocks that are keeping you silent and stuck. The subconscious blocks, okay? What is that? Push through the subconscious blocks and the karmic and subconscious blocks that are keeping you silent and stuck. Thinking that, well, this is evil. That's bad. That's negative. This is wrong. If I do this, I'm bad. If I do that, if I have this friend, I'm bad. If you think things are bad, then they are bad. I will tell you something. I hate to say this because I know it's very controversial and I'm going to say it. Hell is not an actual place. It's here. It's in your mind. It's like hell, heaven and hell are up here. Because when we die, our consciousness carries on, right? That's our mind, our consciousness, our thoughts, our how we believe and all that. A lot of religion, stuff like that, they ruin the way people think about themselves. We tend to think that, Ellie, I can't talk about some of the things you're in here. I can't. It's too grown up. Can you go in the other room, please? Please, I'll be right with you. Not long. Go, I'll be right there. Go. I can't talk about these things when she's in here. She's a kid. I'll be done in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Drama queen. Okay, so when we think about religion, what does it tell us? Masturbation's bad. Sex is bad. And this is bad. And that's bad. And this is bad. And that's bad. And this is bad. But then they say things like it's okay for... Like in some texts, it says it's okay for a husband to beat a wife, or it says the woman shouldn't have any rights, or, so think about it. It's not about what's good or bad. It's about what you perceive, what you think. What's good, what's bad is up to you. Not what is written and not what people are saying is good or bad. It's what you think is good or bad. That's what's good or bad. Okay, so those are the subconscious blocks. You creating stuff that's bad or good inside of your mind. Okay, so when you say, oh, if I do this, it's bad. If I do this, it's good. It's not good or bad. It's what you think it is, right? And when I say really, you have to break those karmic blocks, those blocks are what's keeping you silent and stuck, is thinking, well, my family must be cursed because I can never find a good man. The women in my family all have bad luck. So now you're carrying that energy with you. You're thinking like that. So letting that shit go will create, how do you let it go? Okay. How do you let it go? Number one, if you're not clear on what you want, how do you make it clear? You write down what you want. Really, if you could have the perfect life, what would it be? What would it look like? Who would you be sleeping next to? Where would you live? All that, write that down, right? That's clarity right there, okay? And Pocahontas, and that's very true. A serial killer will kill and to them, they'll think that that's normal. But I will tell you, it's all lessons. So yeah, you'll say they're going to go to hell, they're going to burn in hell. No, they're not, because they're learning lessons. They're going to go to school after this, because I know I've heard the spirit world, literally, they're either fucking around, doing whatever the fuck they want, or they're learning lessons. What determines in the end, whenever the end of everything, I don't know. But what I do know is that everybody's in school. Because if anybody in here there's not one person in here. Raise your hand if you had dreams about schools a lot. Raise your hand if you had dreams about schools constantly. Hand up. If you had dreams about being in school or seeing somebody in school, raise your hand if you've seen it. Thank you, Trey. Raise your hand if you've seen schools in your dreams a lot. Just put a hand up, like a hand. Okay. Mostly everybody has had those dreams. So you know what that's telling you? Those are lessons, okay? Exactly. Those are lessons, constant lessons, okay? So we're learning lessons. This is school. Earth is a school. It's the hardest school to be in because you're in a dense body and you have to learn. It is one of the hardest places. A lot of people have school dreams all the time. Many, many, many people have school dreams all the time. Hi, it's Puck. Many people. And that's because it's showing you that you're either learning lessons here or you're learning lessons in the afterlife. Right now, you're learning lessons here. And so if you see dreams about schools, it could be that in the past life, you went through these schools already. These are the lessons you have to learn. So when you're in that school, notice what lessons you're learning in that school. Let's say you have a dream where you're constantly trying to try clothes on and they don't fit. Right, so I don't know if anybody's had that dream where you go shopping and nothing fits you, right? Or you're trying on shoes and nothing fits you. That's your soul telling you that you're trying to fit into something that's not for you. So stop trying. It's like trying to make a pair of jeans fit that don't fit. If they don't fit, just go get another pair, bro. It's not gonna work. So move on to the next thing, right? So I had fears. I always had fears about, I guess, money, and I kept seeing dreams of me losing money, and I was panicking and running around, and so, I had fears about that. So I feel like in my past life, one of my major fears that I had to work on was my relationship with money. I always think that people with a lot of money I used to think people with a lot of money are evil and this and that. Now I'm building a better relationship with money. Anyway, those things matter, so I discuss what I'm feeling so you guys can maybe learn something out of it. So we went through if you're not clear on what you want, and number two, if you don't push through the karmics and subconscious blocks that are keeping you silent and stuck, okay? Number three, if you don't work upon the energetic misalignment stunting your progress. So if you don't, capital don't, okay? Capitals, they're all don't, okay? Capitals, okay? If you don't work on the energetic misalignments that are stunting your progress. So for me, I have to work on my solar plexus because eating is not a problem for me. I eat healthy, but in between that, I eat garbage. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I'm like one of those, I'll eat healthy for 4 days and then I'll just fucking pig out for 3. So I have to work on my solar plexus. How do you do that? If you're not feeling love, you're not feeling the love fully, your heart's not all in the love. You don't, just because you're a spiritual person and you love and all that, doesn't mean you can't get mad sometimes. Doesn't mean you can't be like, bitch, I'll fuck you up. It can, but that's low vibrational emotions that I try to stay away from. Those stem from childhood traumas, past things, and you have to get through these blocks, okay? So when I meditate and I do certain meditations, you don't have to use crystals. Some people work with crystals, some people don't. It all depends on your vibe, okay? So for me, I work on my third eye a lot because I want to psychically communicate. I want my intuition to be even stronger than it is. It's already strong, but I want it to be like on fleek. I started to have visions, things happening. Like I'll wake up and I'll see like, it's crazy shit, okay? So my point is, how you work on this is your this is your root chakra, your sacral chakra, which is above. Root chakra is under your butt by your spinal cord. Sacral chakra is right above your private area. Your solar plexus is here. Your solar plexus is here. It's your gut, basically. Your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye, and your crown, okay? Now, you think something, 33 people in the room. You think something's wrong, you can't focus. You're not clear. You're not focusing in school. You can't focus when people talk to you. I used to have ADHD and all that, and I started to work on my crown chakra and my third eye. And then what you imagine is all of these chakras spin. You see how they're all basically circled, but they all have different different pictures for them. They all spin. So if you want to work on your crown chakra, you imagine this purple right here. You imagine this. You put some meditation music on, and you imagine that purple chakra on your crown slowly spinning, until you can imagine it completely spinning fast. You work on that for a day, 2 days, 3 days. Then you can move on to another chakra. I am working on this, and until you're ready, don't start, because then it'll just be false alignment, and you don't want that. You want it to be genuine alignment. You want to genuinely align your heart, your soul, your spirit together, right? When you takes a long time. You ain't going to get Jesus. It took him forever to get all chakras to align, but once he did, remember, he walked on water, and that's not fake. So that's if you're going to be a yogi or like a freaking prophet, yeah, but not everybody's meant to get to that level, so don't pressure yourself. But like working on a couple of chakras, because in a few other lifetimes you might have been working on other chakras, so you want to take this lifetime to work on other chakras, okay? So whatever you feel right now is necessary. For me, your intuition works with your gut, okay? So that gut feeling you get, right? That gut feeling and all that stuff, right? Your intuition, your third eye, and your crown, it works with your gut. So if your gut is not clean, let's say you drink a lot or you smoke a lot of weed and all that, I'm not judging nobody. But if you want to be like spiritually, listen, you want to get fucked up once in a while, go ahead. But every weekend, every other day, no, trust me. I know I can't do shit like that because I'm crazy. Bitch will be in here getting fucked up every day. So I have to watch what I do. I have to clean my body and detox as much as I can. And then if I want to go out and have a drink or two with my friends, get a little twisted, fine. But that's just low vibrational stuff, and I try to stay away from that. However, once in a while, my birthday, whatever. Okay, so the point is, working on those chakras is very important, okay? So that's how you work upon the energetic misalignment, stunning your projects, your progress. Working on your chakras, and also things like forgiveness are very important. So if you have issues with somebody, or you have problems with a family member, or you working on that forgiveness will fucking change your life. Trust me, I know. And I've forgiven people for many things, and I've forgiven myself for the many things I did too, because we all do fucked up shit. All of us. If you have dreams about your family and your own mother doing bad things, what does that mean? I have them all the time. I used to have them all the time. That's your past life stuff. You could be seeing your past life. So you need to work on that. Your spirit guides are showing you this is the stuff you need to work on. Maybe you have a fear or like something happened in your family where it blocks your subconscious and you keep dreaming about it because your spirit guides are trying to show you, hey, this is what you need to work on. In this lifetime, we brought you back. Well, you brought yourself back to this family because you, in another lifetime, were probably, you were your mom and she was you. You understand? We switch roles. We come back to learn lessons. The murderer comes back as the victim. The victim comes back as the murderer. So if a husband and wife are meant to be together and it went crazy, when you're up there, you'd be like, okay, let's go back down and do it. This time I'll be the wife, you be the husband. You understand? You switch souls and you switch bodies so you guys can learn from each other. It's all a learning curve. Learning. Basically, you're learning, giving information and sending it back to the Akashic records so that they can learn. Because if we're just all in heaven when we leave here, what do you think? Or just in hell? What do you think? That's where we're just going to be. Nobody's learning lessons. So no heaven, no hell, none of that. There's a place you go to and you're shown everything that you did. This is what you did when you were there. And you're like, oh shit, but you don't get shown what you did in your perspective. You get shown what you did in everyone else's perspective. So let's say you hurt your mom. You're not going to see how you hurt your mom. You're going to see how your mom, you're going to feel her pain. You're going to feel, if you're the murderer, let's say, God forbid, and your victim, you're going to feel your victim's pain. And then you're going to say, oh, that's bad. All right, this time I'll go back as the victim and that person will go back as the murderer. Nobody chooses to be these things. They're soul contracts. I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. We're constantly learning lessons here and in the afterlife. Some people choose to fuck around. That's where ghosts and spirits come along. They just don't want to learn. They have a choice. Free will. They have a choice, okay? So when they say like, do what thou wilt and all that, it's up to you. The reason why they tell people there's a heaven and hell is so everybody don't run out here rampant trying to kill each other, right? Because they have to keep order, right? Which is, I think, a good thing. But who's to determine what's good or bad? None of us. We cannot judge people because we don't know, right? So you hear this, you hear the saying, when someone kills someone, all they have to do is ask for forgiveness from God. What do you think? That's a fake thing? God is a loving God. God is not here to fucking torture us. Whoever is telling you that bullshit is a liar. Stop believing. Don't believe the hype. God wants you to be loved, to love, and to have a beautiful life. He does not want us, she does not want us to suffer, does not want us to be poor, does not want all that. We came back as these people because maybe in a past life we were rich and we treated poor people like shit. So this lifetime we came back as poor. That's why they say try not to help people too much because you're interrupting their karma. Your only job here is to help yourself and then help other people learn through your lessons, okay? Very important. Number 4. Are you guys okay? Number 4. If you're not willing to work through the negative, so the universe won't deliver if you're not willing to work through the negative beliefs echoing in your mind. I just basically described that. If you're not willing to work through it, so, I worked through it. Like I would sit there and I'd feel guilty about things and I'd hate myself for this and I should have never done that and I should have done this way. I shouldn't have done that way. Those things, I am going to save it. Those things will break you apart. The main reason people are depressed, suicidal, hate themselves, hate people around them is because they think that they're bad people. They think that what they're doing is bad. They think that what they're going through is bad. What they don't understand is that they're just lessons. And if we can just accept the fact that we're here to learn lessons and we'll move forward if we could just clear our mind of the negative thinking. I am a bad person. I should have never cheated on that one girl, or I should have never fucking beat up that one guy, or I should have never done this, or I should have never done. Listen, wow, I did this, but what is the lesson I learned from it? It's 100% what lesson am I learning from this? Understand, life is a series of lessons. You go to school here on earth school. I'm in earth school, you're in earth school, we're all earth school. Some people become earthbound. So what happens with that is they can never progress because no matter how many times their soul goes up there, they just can't understand the fact that they're dead and they are in the soul place and trying to learn lessons, and they really technically don't want to. So they're like, no. So they keep coming back here and keep doing the same things over and over and over, repeating the same mistakes over and over and over. That's called a karmic cycle. You're never going to get out of it. You don't owe karmic debt. You put yourself in karmic cycles. You don't owe karmically to anyone anything. Your soul contracts with your family, I'll get into that next. But removing those negative thoughts and patterns will change your life. You don't owe anybody anything. The only thing you owe is yourself to learn lessons. And then when we learn lessons, what happens? Ultimately, the people around us learn lessons too, correct or incorrect. When you start to change your behavior and your habits, what happens around you? People start to say, oh shit, look at her. She's doing now. I'm going to do it too, right? It becomes... What's the question? I think my own family's jealous of me because all they have done was bully and pick on me growing up. They're not jealous. You were put into that family for a reason. Remember, you chose that family, Charles? You chose to be in that family. So think about what lessons you're learning from them. So you're being picked on and all that. Maybe in a past life, you were the picker. You were the bully, right? So we're learning lessons. Remember to learn lessons and to be forgiving, because if you don't, you're going to come right back and do this whole thing again. What if I have dreams about the apocalypse often? What chakra does that belong to, Flo? Dreams about the apocalypse. So that's one of your fears. Maybe you lived through a lifetime where some tragic things happened to you and you saw a lot of tragedy happen in your past lifetime. So maybe you're like I'm getting like you lived in a town where like a big hurricane or something happened, like a natural disaster. Okay, so maybe you went through that. What do we learn all these lessons for? And I'm going to say something to you. God is like a baby. So God is like, a baby, and the archangels around him. So, or her, or whatever, or the conscious, whatever you want to call it. God is like a baby learning lessons with us. So it's like this. It started off, remember Adam and Eve? Let me explain this to you. Let's see if you guys can get this. Ready? Adam and Eve, they came down and it was the Garden of Eden. Everything was perfect. Everything was blissful. And then the snake came and was like, eat the apple. And then everything went bad. No. What happened was the world started off being perfect. Everybody was like happy, blissful. And it was just happy and blissful all the time. And nobody was learning anything. Things were just straight up one level. So the universe was not progressing. Nothing was evolving. There was no evolution because everything was staying the same. You get it? If everything's staying the same, what happens? The universe, the planets don't get created, animals don't get created. It's just the same thing. It's the same thing. So they brought in negative energy. They brought in the negative and the positive. And the negative and the positive up there work together to create scenarios, and they created something where people can go out and learn lessons, okay? So it's nothing bad, nothing good. They were both created for a reason. So the snake that fed Adam and Eve wasn't a snake at all. Actually, the snake was asking Eve for... The snake didn't know anything either. The snake was like, what is going on here? She was like, I don't know what's going on here. What's going on here? The negative and the positive, the good and the bad got together. They were both curious, and boom, everything set off from there. Okay, so there was planets where everything was perfect, and then Atlantis happened, and it's a lot to go over, but I will tell you, lessons are being learned for a reason. So people could say, what the fuck do we need to learn these lessons for? This is stupid. So our soul can advance into light beings, and then eventually you will be in a state of heaven, a state of mind where nothing but good happens for you, and then you can come back and help others. It's a progression, it's evolution, it's evolving. These things are great for us, okay? How do you know that it's working? How do you know when you're healed? You're never fully healed. Nobody's ever fully healed. Every spiritual person, every prophet will tell you they worked on themselves till the day they died. There's never a full healing. You always have one extra thing to work on. So if I got over this, that, I always realize it. Not that I bring it to me, but there's always something that we could work on. Even if you're healed completely from a situation, there's always a little bit more you could work on. I am writing a book, but it's complicated, so I'm trying to get that program where you could talk into it, because I have so much information. I just want to be like blah, 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 all day. This is like 12 years of information inside of my brain. Okay, so we went through that, okay? You guys understand what I just explained pretty much with that? I wanted to explain that to you. Hi, Maria, I love you. All right, so now I wanted to go through these, whatever I can, with the 10 facts about your soul contract, okay? So I'll just quickly explain them as clearly as I possibly can. Okay, so 10 facts about your soul contracts. You choose your name and date of birth before you come onto this earth. You choose all of that. It's a fact. It's a fact. Your soul family helps you with healing. So you choose your name and date of birth. Basically, when you're up there, like I said, whatever lessons you learned, the ascended masters, there's just like down here, there's lawyers and judges and all that. Up there, there's masters, there's guides, there's council, the council that sits around and goes, okay, so we're gonna, when you first die, everyone's sent towards the light. It's up to you to choose if you want to go to the light or not. Nobody dies and is pulled into hell and it's like burning, killing. That's not true. So what happens is your mind goes into the light. So it's like this big ball of light, and you can choose to be like, I'm going into that. You could be like, no, it's too bright for me right now. I'm not ready for that. And you could choose. So that's how ghosts and spirits come. They just don't want to go to the light. They're not ready for that. But sooner or later, they will get grabbed up. Like, yo, you ready now? Let's go. Are you ready? And once they become ready, they're sent into those schools, like I said, to learn lessons. Okay, so if anybody gets a chance, watch Dolores Cannon. She's awesome at explaining this, and she takes forever to do it, so she's very patient with it. I'm trying to get a lot of information at once. Okay, so what happens is, what was I saying? Okay, so you choose your soul, and you choose, and it's 12:12 on the clock right now. That's crazy. Look, 12:12. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So Dolores Cannon, yes. Delores Cannon on YouTube. And she has a book called Life After Death. It's incredible. You need to read that. Also Swedenborg in Life, also on YouTube. He's got a book called Heaven and Hell. Amazing book. Amazing read. He went through a spiritual awakening and interacted with spirits, all types of things. So it's incredible. Hi, Lokes. Okay. So 10 facts about your soul contract, because I post these things and I want to explain them to you. You choose your name and date of birth. Well, first, can I just say this before I go through that? So I posted this, right? And it says, you are a spirit in a body, not a body with a spirit. So making the body is beautiful is fun, but making the spirit beautiful is the main goal of this life. You are a spirit having a human experience, not a human having a spiritual experience. Remember, that's why it is so hard for us to get used to it. So many of us feel like we don't belong here. It's because we're getting used to a spirit that was shoved into this, a spirit that was once free to roam, can be somewhere with the thoughts, no issues, no problems, brought into this body that has to get in a car to travel, that has to get on a plane to go somewhere. When you're in the spirit, you ain't got to do none of that. So when you come into this body, what the fuck? Oh God, why did I choose this? Because you wanted to learn lessons. Some of you are trying to become angels. Some of you are trying to advance. Some of you are trying to teach your family to advance. Some of you came back just to help your family get better. So just be aware of everything that goes around you. Don't judge, because you might be there saving people's lives. Like, this is your mission. All right, you need to see yourself as special. You were brought here for a specific reason. Once you start to see yourself as special, that you were brought here for a specific reason, then you can finally live like you have something to do here on earth. And instead of, oh, I didn't go to school, so that makes me stupid. I don't have a job, so I'm a bum. I'm broke, so I'm useless. Do you think God cares about school? Like college shit? God is trying to teach us spiritual lessons. So those people who are learning spiritual things, those are the ones that are going to graduate. Those are the ones that are going to get the diploma. None of this stuff here matters. This is just shit humans made up because they didn't know what else to do. None of it matters. Once you understand that, nothing will bother you. Do you understand? Like, I wake up bothers, like, you cannot, nothing affects me. Somebody says something or a bill comes in the mail, I'm like, yeah, I'll pay you whenever the fuck I feel like it. The only thing I take care of is legal things that I don't want to be in jail for. Everything else, I'm like, bitch, when I feel like it. How about that? How about that? You're going to do it when I tell you to do. This is my world, my universe, and you're just the actors in this play that I'm in. I'm the main character, and you're just the background motherfucker. I'll tell you, once you start living like that, that stress will go away. All that, I'm not married yet. All my friends are engaged. And they're other types of humans. Let them live that type of life Stop trying to create what everyone else is creating. You literally have the opportunity to create the life that you want. So all of the stuff you see, all these fucking people that are all rich and successful, the first thing they're telling you is, I meditated this life into my life. When you get shown things in your dreams and all that, learn from those lessons. Like, you're too worried about this, you're too worried about that, they'll show you in your dream states, okay? They will show you in your dream states, and you will learn from that, okay? What's the matter, baby? But you have a whole blanket and a whole ass TV over there. You just want attention. Yeah. All right, give me a second. I'm almost done, okay? I gotta give everybody attention. You can't be selfish with me, okay? It's mine. What's yours? And then she tells me I can't get married, I can't have a boyfriend, I can't go on dates, right? Why?
You can't.
Because I can't. Okay, great. So I'm gonna be alone forever, thanks. No, okay, seriously, okay. What does it mean when you keep dreaming about late or missing flights? It means that you're not taking off. So I interpret dreams like that. Like, what does it mean? Think about what flying means to you. Taking a trip, going somewhere, right? Leaving, going, taking off, right? It seems like every time you're trying to take off or take off on a project or something that you might be doing right now, something's stopping you. Like, you're basically creating a problem for yourself. Like, the TSA was taking too long, or this was happening, so you're not able to take flight. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Okay, so I'll be done in 5 minutes, not even. I'm almost done. I got a couple more to go through and I'm done. Okay, so she is funny. You should take me out. I swear she won't let me go nowhere. If I don't have guys on my phones. I don't date, none of that. Not because, I'm just telling you, because I'm on some spiritual being alone type shit. If I want to do me, I'll go do me real quick and come back, but that's not happening. So what I'll tell you is, I don't, like, my phone is open. I have no, like, codes in my phone, because she goes on it and she checks. She's like, where's your boyfriend? I'm like, I don't have one. She's like, I'm just checking. I'm like, okay. She's a Cancer. You guys are psychos. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so yeah, okay, life, Fanny, you get it? So yeah, so you're not taking off. So I interpret dreams that way. Like, recently I had a dream that I was shopping and I couldn't find anything that fit me or looked nice on me, and then I saw these dresses and they really weren't my style. So I say to myself sometimes, I should be more girly. Like, when I'm on live, I shouldn't, like, smoke cigarettes or do this or do that. And so I'm just telling you my experiences. When I do these things, Spirit is telling me, just be yourself. Your originality, your individuality is going to help people like you and who are not like you but can relate to you, because you're so different from all of these, like, perfect girls. Like, I'm just going to say perfect, like, little white girls with their skinny asses and their yoga pants, and they're sitting, like, by a fucking lake, and they're like, look at me, I'm all spiritual. Everybody can't relate to that. Some motherfuckers need a bitch like me to be like, look, you can still meditate and be positive. Okay, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Why can't you dream anymore? Maybe you're not, I keep dreaming of being back in high school. What do you think that means? I just finished talking about that. There's lessons that you need to learn. Maybe there was something in high school that happened to you, or that you keep thinking about, that's actually affecting your progress today, okay? All right, so why can't you dream no more? Okay, so that happened to me for a certain time. So I don't know if you are taking any medications or anything like that. That can affect it. But also, if you're not spiritually in tune and you're not getting spiritually connected, and you're being told synchronicities, signs, and your spirit guides are trying to contact you through numbers and signs and spirit animals, and you're not paying attention to any of it, your dreams tend to, like, whatever. And a lot of spirit is not fucking with you right now because you don't want it to. So if you want it to, you can actually call it to you right now. 5, driving a car, it's so bad. I get in a car, why am I scared to drive? What does this mean? It means you probably died in a car accident in your past life. So when you have a fear, listen, when you fear one thing a lot and you fear that same thing, just remember that something in your past life happened that made you fear that, okay? So in my past life, I must have had something happen where I saw a bunch of children get hurt or something because I would dream about that a lot. So I must have seen that, because now I have dreams that I'm saving those children, right? But it's like a different type of dream. I was scared before, now I'm just saving them and pushing through it. So if you have fear of cars, you have fear of flying in one of your past lives, could be the most recent one or one after, before that, you died of a car accident. You died in a flight. If you're afraid of your husband hitting you, you probably got murdered by your ex-husband while he was beating you. I'm just gonna say these are real things that happen, okay? I have dreams of lashing out verbally against loved ones, like any of them. Do you know why? I have that too, because there's something that you're not addressing in this life with them. And so in your dreams, you're taking that out on them. So whatever is bothering you about them, you need to speak on it in a 3D, so you don't have to keep astral traveling to do this in your dreams, because it's very tiring to astral travel, okay? When you astral travel to take care of karmic things that are bothering you here and you're not doing it here, they're showing you two things. Either do it, but remember, your spirit guides uses scenarios in your dreams to show you what you're not handling here, so you can start to work on it, okay? Any book recommendations? Yes, I said Dolores Cannon, Life After Death, Swedenborg and Life. It's called Swedenborg, Heaven and Hell. There's Kim Russo. If you look at Kim Russo, a lot of her videos on YouTube. Okay, so let me get to this real quick, because I wanted to do this 10 facts about your soul contract. So you choose your name and date of birth. Before you come here, you choose your name, your date of birth, you choose your family. Number 2, your soul family helps you with healing. So like I said, I think we went over this. You come into a family to learn lessons. You switch souls. You learn a lot of lessons through each other. So, you know, if dad was an alcoholic, you come back as the alcoholic and he comes back. It's a repetitive cycle until you learn that lesson well enough and it's completed, okay? Number 3, life events help you with healing. I say this a million times, people. I know we went through stuff. I went through it too. Listen, I went through a lot of hard stuff. So nobody, like, it's not like I'm sitting here saying, well, you've been through that, get over it. No, I've been through stuff and I've worked on myself, okay? Life events help you with healing. Anything that happens in your life that's traumatic or big or something, that is the point for you to say, well, what lessons am I learning from these? Is it normal not to dream? It is very normal not to dream. It means that your the DMT molecule in. Okay, so dreams come from DMT, which is a thing that small portions of come out during your dream state. So maybe you need to detoxify the body or clear the third eye or work on the third eye chakra, because DMT is something that we naturally produce in our body, and that's what's in the pineal gland in your third eye. So when you're not producing DMT comes in small shots and amounts. You know when you start feeling really good like that, like you're like, oh, you have this rush of energy, that's the DMT, the endorphins flowing through your body. So when you work out or something like that, you know, so if your brain is seeing too much garbage and you're not you're not opening it, you're not clearing it, you're not getting knowledge and information, you're not reading, you're not doing, when you're just watching TV all day, blah, 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 eating junk food, processed foods, all that stuff. You're doing that all day long, every day. Your third eye gets damaged, and therefore it in turn is not able to create the imaginative resources that are implanted into your brain when you're first born. DMT is released when you're dreaming. DMT is released during endorphins, and DMT is also released right before you die. That's why people say right before you die, you're supposed to get the best high ever. You're like, it's like the biggest trip ever. It's like taking like 15,000 mushrooms and seeing bunnies and stars, and it's beautiful, right? Okay, so you need to clear that third eye. There's activated charcoal, which I'm planning on getting, and that detoxifies the pineal gland, because we are constantly bombarded with fluoride and all of these things. And so my dreams used to be in the third person. Today, they're in the first person. So when you start to get to that point where you see yourself, it's not a dream no more. Now you're astral projecting. So when you're dreaming and you see yourself as someone else or third person, that's you being shown things. When you start to see yourself doing things in your dream, that's you astral projecting. You're actually living in other dimensions in your dream state, okay? All right, so Distilled water is good for cleaning the third eye. Distilled water is good for cleaning the third eye, but if you can't afford to get like distilled water and all that, and you buy any type of water or you have sink water, boil it at very hot temperatures for like 30 minutes. Let that water, 20, 30 minutes, let that water boil, and then take it out, let it cool off, and then drink that water and it will clear you up. Activated charcoal is very good for that. Anything blueberries, raspberries, anything with berries at the end is an antioxidant. That also clears your system. You also have apple cider vinegar, things like turmeric, ginger. These things will help clear your aura, your third eye, okay? I have a lot of astral projecting, and I do that a lot. And so if you astral project, if you ever wake up really, really tired, it's because your body was, your spirit was doing work. You do work in the other dimensions while you sleep. Just know that. You're doing work in the other dimensions. You're working, you're learning a lesson, or you're helping someone, or I don't know if anybody's ever had a dream when they were like rescuing someone, or they see things, or even you're shown dreams about someone else so that they can see what's coming towards them or what they need to learn. You know, like we help each other a lot in dream state, real state, every dimension. We're here, whatever. So that's very important for you to know that. You're constantly helping someone. You are worthy. You are valuable. You're doing work. You're here on this earth for a reason, to work on yourself and to work on others if you can. But first, working on yourself is the most important thing, because just like when you're on an airplane and they tell you, make sure when you take the oxygen mask, you put it on yourself first. Not to be a selfish bastard so you can live and everyone else can die. You can't help nobody if you're not breathing. So you can be like, oh my God, here, you first. How are you going to go and help anybody if you don't put that oxygen mask on yourself first? You feel me? That's why healing yourself first. And I keep seeing things just fly around me. So, if you, I see like energy flying right next to me right now. It's beautiful. If you don't help yourself first, then you cannot help nobody else. Very important, statistic. So 1, you choose your name and date of birth. 2, your soul family helps you with healing. 3, life events help you with healing. 4, you have free will. So when people are like, if everything's written, how do you have free will? I'll tell you how. Everything is written, but you can still go against that. Just like when I do tarot readings for people, I'm like, they're like, well, what's going to happen for me? I'm like, I can show you what I see happening for you, but you can literally change that. You don't have to like do what I tell you or what your cards tell you. You have the options to change that. And when I say you have free will, meaning you could break soul contracts, you could break these karmic debts, you could break any of that. You could choose in this lifetime to be like, you know what, hey God, I'm gonna fuck around in this lifetime and I'll fix it next lifetime. I'm trying to chill this lifetime, right? Okay? Is it normal when I dream something and it happens in real life? That's prophetic dreaming. That's what you call prophetic dreaming. That's when you can see things happening. Like it happens to me a lot. Like I'll see things happen before they happen in my dreams all the time. I know if somebody's gonna be pregnant, or I know if somebody's gonna pass away, which I hate that, but it happens to me. I know it. I'll see situations. I'll know exactly what's gonna. I'll tell them. I'll be like, this is what's gonna happen, and I'm like, I saw it. It's gonna happen, and they're like, why are you telling me that? But then it does happen, and it happens like exactly the way I said it, and it's like just crazy shit, right? I had a dream about a person I used to fuck around with past, like we were having sex. What does that mean? And we're not talking about it. It means they are thinking of you. They sent you a message. No, that's not true. No, chill. That's not what it means. That's not what it means. You just had a dream about them, because when you have sex with someone in a dream, understand, that's not true. They're not magicians. They're not sending you nothing. They don't miss you. No, none of that. What it is when you have dreams and you're having sex with someone, remember, when we're having sex, what does it mean? We're connecting. We're putting two energies together, right? So the person you're having sex with, it could be, sometimes people have weird dreams, like having sex with their brothers and shit, and they're like, what the fuck was that? That's disgusting. But it's not because you're having sex with your brother. You are just like this person that you're dreaming about. You have a lot of similarities, and so they're asking you to see what about that person that you felt needed to change that you can change in yourself, because it's almost the same thing. You're mirroring each other. When you have sex, you like shove each other's, you swap energies, you swap fluids, energy, all that. That's why two people that make love should be very willing to use it as a means of making their energy better. Like, right? So you're like even if you masturbate, transmuting that energy from like letting that orgasm going to the universe, or turning that orgasm into a healthy something that helps your body and organically makes it. Okay? You have dreams where this person tastes sour or bitter, then that person is probably somebody you just, what's sour and bitter? Right? Ooh, something you don't like, right? Okay. It's very easy to do your dreams. Okay, let me get to this, because number 5, you choose your death. Very true. Very true. You chose your death, just like you chose your name and date of birth. You chose your death because there was a lesson that you needed to learn in how you died. There was a lesson you needed to learn in that whole, like, so all the, pretty much the first 4 ones explain why you choose your death, because you went through something where your soul needed to learn that type of death, that type of, maybe you thought people who died of drug addicts were losers. Maybe you thought people who died in car accidents were idiots. Maybe, you know, so you chose your death so you can learn a lesson like, oh shit, it happened to me, right? Okay. Number 6, you are not alone. You have access to spirit guides and angels. I tell people this all the time. When you see numbers constantly, not just 222 and 333, you'll see like 124 a lot, or 143 a lot, or 1134, which is hell spelled backwards, and that could freak somebody out, but it's not. 1134, there's a lot of different meanings. You look up the angel number. What does this angel number mean? Why do I keep seeing it? If you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep, and out of nowhere you just wake up and it's happening to you, and always look at the time. First of all, always, you wake up, let's say you wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, I woke up. Why do I keep waking up at this time? Look at the time. 2, what was I just thinking about when I woke up? What was I just dreaming about? Write those dreams down. Write them down. Write them down every day so you could see a pattern. Everything in life is a pattern. It's a cycle. There's moon cycles, there's 7 days of the week, there's months, and there's seasons, and everything's a cycle. If you write stuff down, it will help you to determine what is going on with me. What pattern am I not seeing or fixing, and that I keep repeating over and over again, okay? So keeping a pen and a paper, I do that all the time. I sleep with a pen and a paper right next to me, and whatever dreams I have, or my phone, I write them all down. If you look at my phone, I have 100 dreams written down, 100. And if you look at my paper, it's 1,000 dreams written down, okay? Very important to do these so that you can learn from them. How do you know how many past lives you've been through? You don't know how many past lives you've been through. You'll never know how many past lives you've been through. All that matters is the cycles that you're repeating from those past lives. If there's cycles and they're karmic cycles, it's because you're not learning that lesson and you're going to keep repeating it. If you're learning the lesson, then you're just coming back because you want to. You want to keep learning. Like, I want to learn more. So if I do this, well, my soul, remember, there's levels to this shit. So you come back here, you learn, right? You decide if you want to come back. If you want to learn in the afterlife, you can do that. You can, but I don't want to go back into earth. I'll learn here. So they bring you to that school, and you advance. You learn so that you can, your spirit, your soul can come back here and help somebody learn and help them learn. And then if those spirit guides are, so we have different spirit guides. There's always that one assigned spirit guide to you. You could have up to 4 in your lifetime. Now the thing is, you need to understand, asking your spirit guides for help will help you. They are always there. That's where this one comes in. You are not alone. You have access to spirit guides or angels. Everyone has one spirit guide, and everyone's spirit guides can change depending on the situation you're in. So let's just say you go through depression, and the spirit guides that were around you, they're like, I don't know how to deal with this. Sometimes they could be your loved ones. They can be like, I'll help her, I'll go help her. They volunteer to help. They want to help you. They need to help you. They advance when they help you. So ask them for help. They need to help you. So when you're like, I could do this on my own, they're looking at you like, but I'm sent here to help you, and you're not asking me for help, but I can't interfere. They can't be like, this is what you need to do. You have to ask them. If you don't ask them for help, free will. Remember now, the difference between the positive and the negative is the negative don't give a fuck. They'll be like, oh, do this, do that bad thing. The positive can't interrupt, and they won't interfere. Okay? I have 3 more. Yeah, girl. Oh, get it.
Mommy.
What?
There's only 30 minutes until my break.
Okay. 5, literally, there's 3 more, so it'll take me 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes to do it, okay? Close the door. I'll be done in 4 minutes. You know, you're in school, they're in school right now. We're all in Earth school, okay?
I'm not in school. Yeah, it's
Okay, close the door. Close the door.
No.
Close the door. Okay, fine. You can listen and learn too, okay, ready?
No.
All right, so number 7. Synchronicities occur to guide you, okay? So I wanted to get all through these. There's 10 of them. So I just want to quickly get through them and so that they're always here. I love you too, Adkoti. I love all you guys. Thank you, Metcalf Life. What if you dream about flying away from your mom and your aunt? What does that mean? Didn't you just say you have problems with your family? It means that you want to get the fuck away from them. It's that simple. That's it. Okay? All right. So number 7, synchronicity occurs to guide you. So if you're asking for the guidance, if you're not asking for it, they're not going to get in your way. Once you're ready, your spirit guides will step in. If you're like, please help me, spirit guides, I need your help. Can you help me? They'll step in. But until you're ready, they're going to stand back. Like I posted something where there's like a spirit guide, he's standing on top of the door and he's like, this motherfucker, but he's still there ready to help you no matter what. That's a fact. They will stand back and they will only come when you ask them for help, okay? So be aware of that, because when they're giving you synchronicities, like let's say you're driving and you constantly see the same fucking animal in the street. Like, why do I keep seeing squirrels right in the middle of the street all the time? Look up the meaning of a squirrel. What is their characteristics? What are they doing? They're constantly on the run, right? They're always a squirrel looking to get a nut. So that's you. You need to slow down, relax. You know, you're always trying to run up the fucking tree, trying to find I'm a squirrel trying to get a nut. So think about it in that way. A deer, you see a deer constantly, and like deers are not really around that area a lot. So these are ways to see, okay? Can they help you heal others? They're not going to help you heal nobody until you heal yourself. No spirit guide is going to help you heal nobody until you're healing yourself. What I'm doing right now, I'm not healing others. What's happening is in the process of healing myself, I'm teaching people what I did to heal me. So in turn, I'm accidentally helping heal people. That's why I tell you, it's very important to heal yourself, because when you're healing yourself, what happens? Somebody will talk to you about something. They'll say they have a problem, but because you worked on that already, when you talk to them, you can give them wisdom and knowledge. Okay? You can give that person wisdom and knowledge when you're learning wisdom and knowledge yourself. How can you tell somebody what to do in a relationship when you had bad relationships your whole life? How can you tell someone how to respect their mother when they talk to their mother like a piece of shit? You understand the concept of it? Okay. And so like cultures, religions, all that shit, understand something. That shit is fucking everybody up. Like, I'm Albanian. Let me tell you something. The way these Albanian guys and the way these fucking families teach us how to be wrong, all of it wrong. Not just Albanians, Puerto Ricans, black people, white people. Y'all motherfuckers need to learn that if you don't start to love each other and stop thinking I'm black, I'm white, I'm green, I'm Albanian, I'm this, so we need to be like that. We don't need to be like nothing. I don't need to be like nobody, and you don't need to be like nobody. Just because you come from a culture where everybody fucking got married at 14 and had babies and all they do is fucking go to weddings and serve people, don't mean you gotta follow the same motherfucking thing. And if somebody tells you you're wrong or you're a piece of shit or Tia Zazak lover, like all that stuff, if anybody says all that stuff to you, okay, bitch. But so what? But I'm happy. And you're sitting there miserable fucking serving people that don't even give a fuck about you. Fuck all that bullshit. I'm talking about for everybody. I'm talking about every culture, race, religion. You gotta stop living by their standards, and that is what's keeping us in hell. Trying to fucking satisfy everyone is keeping us in hell. Trying to live up to their expectations, their traditions, their cultures is keeping us in hell. That's the block of the century right there, okay? That's like a fucking cock block to the fullest right there, okay? All right, so we got number 8. You can break a soul contract. Meaning, if you are dating someone and you know there's some reason why you can't let go of this person, it's a soul contract. You guys came into this world to learn lessons of each other, but you can break that. You can stay in it or you can break it. There will be no punishments, no rewards for staying in it or for breaking it. It's like, look, we tried. It's not working out. So you got a couple that's like together 10 years. They go here, they go there, they do this, they do that. And no matter what, it's not working out. You could break that soul contract. Even if you feel tied to an ex and you can't stop thinking about them, break it. How? I did this. Meditated. Heavenly Swords, please assist me in cutting any soul ties, because ultimately we have like a string in our spirit and it's connected to the universe. So that string is in our spirit. So when we actually meditate and astral project, it goes up and it comes right back into our body so we don't lose it, right? So you have to imagine a bunch of like energetic silver strings coming from your body. You have to imagine an archangel coming down, Archangel Michael, and he just cuts them all off for you like I just did recently. And I feel free. I'm sorry, but I gotta focus on me, because what's happening is I'm so busy trying to help everybody around me. And I'm not talking about people, I'm talking about everyone, like karmic cycles, things that I felt bad for people for and all that. And I realized, hold up, if I don't focus on me and fix me, and I don't get to the place I need to be, I'm not gonna be able to do the work I want to do. Okay? So energetically imagining that these strings are attached to you, okay? Okay. I hope that was a lot of information for you guys. There's a couple of more and that's it. All right, so, there's 2 more. You can clear karmic debt. Meaning, if you feel like you have karmic debt, for me, I love to do good deeds. So, like, maybe I'll donate a couple dollars. Maybe I'll donate my time. I donate my time to people. I answer questions all day. I hope this is work. This is the kind of work I feel like karmically will repay a lot of the debts. But today I said to myself, I'm done. Like, I don't know what karmic debts I have, but I'm not paying them no more. Like, you're gonna have to call the bank or something. I don't know what to tell you. Cause, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're draining me. You're draining me, cause, like, I've been paying karmic debts for my whole life. Like, I went through this, I went through that, and I know those are for a reason. I did them for a reason, either karmically or because I wanted to learn lessons. Either way, bitch, I'm out of fucking service. Like, you gonna send me the medical bills all you want. A bitch ain't paying for the ambulance ride I had that one time in 1944. No. Fuck the karmic debts. I ain't paying it. I don't give a fuck. Let this shit add up. Let me know what's up when I come there, because I don't know what the fuck you want me to do, but yeah, can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Flo, good work. You're appreciated. Thank you, honey. Okay, number 10. So you can clear karmic debts. How? Karmic debts. Even when you meet somebody in there, you see they're a piece of shit and you keep dating the same people, clear that karmic debt by not going towards it anymore. Put yourself in another aspect, another vision of life. Get yourself out of it. All of that stuff, you don't owe nobody nothing. All you owe is for you to handle yourself and to heal yourself. That's it. You don't owe nobody nothing. You don't owe your ex-boyfriend an apology for him treating you like a piece of shit. You don't owe your ex-husband an apology for him not being there for you and the kids. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments. I want to get the information out. I love you guys so much. I know there's so many people that this will help. I know that. Okay? I wanted to do this for a little, but I have to gather information in my brain because I have so much. I just want to and I don't want people getting confused. But I think I explained a lot of this stuff very clearly here. Shipe. Albanians are the shit. I know. And so that's another thing. I came out as bisexual on TV for Albanians, and that might not be a big deal to you, but I was kind of showing everybody, fuck that. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. What? There's gay people in the world, bitch. Wake up. Okay? Hello. When the fuck are we going to grow up? When are we going to stop being racist? When are we going to stop... Oh my God, they're so black. Oh my God, they're so gay. Oh my God, she's so fucking dykey. I can't, like, that. Those kinds of thoughts and like seeing people in certain ways, like the weirdest like things could show themselves to me, and I'll be like, oh shit, that's weird, and I'll just keep it moving. Stop looking at people for what they look like. Cut the shit. That's the thing. If you do that and you judge people, you need to work on that. You need to work on that. Get it together, because you swear you're so perfect. You're not. Okay, so those people who think they're the most perfect and judge the most people, they have the worst fucking problems. Those people who talk shit about people and they want to put them down and make fun of people, they are the most hurting, damaged people inside. Remember, hurt people hurt people. So when people do that to you, don't say there's something wrong with me. Why does everybody hate me? No, be like, there's something wrong with them. Why do they hate themselves so much? Stop seeing things when somebody points a finger at you and calls you a faggot or calls you a dyke or calls you, I don't know, whatever the fuck they want to call you or bully you. Stop looking at yourself like there's something wrong with me. That's why they're doing it. No, look at them like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? What's the matter? Did your mom not love you? Did your dad not love you? What happened to you? Are you okay? That's how I approach that situation immediately. Like somebody will come at me, I'll be like, babe, what's wrong with you? You good? And like if they're coming at me all crazy, I'm just gonna dip. Like, bitch, I don't got time for it. My brain doesn't have the time to process this fighting stuff. I gotta go. Because I used to do all that. And guess what? It took me nowhere. Nobody learned nothing. It was just a whole bunch of garbage drama, right? So learning to approach a person, even if somebody's coming at you, constantly attacking you or something, if you can, like go logically speak to them, like, look, what about me is bothering you about you? Because I know if you don't like something about me, there's something about me that you're seeing inside of you that you don't like about you, so you're taking it out on me. You feel me? Okay? Yes, Ray, exactly. Okay, so number 10, you can clear ancestral agreements. So remember, when we come in here, like, this is why I stopped doing all that. I call on my spirit guides, I call on my ancestors, I call on loved ones. I stopped doing that. Now I just call on my spirit guides, and I'm like, yo, spirit guide or spirit guides, higher self, please help me with this, help me with that. Because when you call on your ancestors, you're kind of like, basically you owe them, because they're going to keep doing stuff for you, and you got to keep owing them. So a lot of these ancestral altars, I honor my loved ones, I honor my ancestors, but I want them to go help other people. I'm good. Like, I have my spirit guide, I have my intuition, I have my higher self, and I have God. I don't need 100 people's opinions and different things, and then I have to sit here and pay these things back, because whatever you do have, period, I read that. Whatever you have help with, you owe them, okay? So when people are doing all these little spells, like, can you help my boyfriend love me? Oh, yeah, sure. Bitch, you're going to pay somebody for that. Okay, you should be putting spells on yourself. I put a spell on myself to love people more. I put a spell on myself to heal. I put a spell on myself to help others when I can. I put a spell on myself to be more caring and nurturing. I put a spell on myself to, attract abundance and wealth and all that. But you gonna do spells on other people. That's why people, like, somebody said to me, oh, the guy I was dating was like, aren't you afraid to be her friend? She's gonna put a spell on you. I said, I wouldn't waste my time putting a spell on another person. Why would I waste a spell on you when I could do it for me? I'm not gonna. Anything you do where you're energetically trying to manipulate someone else without their permission, that is called breaking a universal law. So if you want to start putting spells on people and I mean, I said it a million times. Haven't you seen Aladdin? You can't bring people back from the dead, and you can't make nobody love you. These are laws, rules that you must follow, because then you create karma and you got to pay that shit back. Don't try to manipulate other people. You can't do it. That's why you always see people, magicians, they manipulate objects. They manipulate this. They turn a rabbit into a hat. But how come they don't manipulate people? Because they know what the fuck time it is. If they start fucking with that realm, now you're talking about dark stuff, and it's going to come back to you. What goes around comes around. That's not just what people say. That's what's really true. So be careful what you wish for. When you're manifesting, don't ever say, oh, I wish he would fall in love with me. No, this is what I want in life. This is what I need. This is what I would like. If you could help me, spirit guides, I would appreciate it. And they will bring to you what is meant for you. Don't force things. You're with somebody and they don't love me. Flo, can you help me? Like my husband, he stopped loving me. Then you gotta go. Go find somebody who loves you. What are you doing? What are you doing wasting your time with someone that doesn't love you? What are you doing wasting your time? What are you women that you're not finding the value and self-worth in yourself, that you got dudes out here calling you bitch, stupid, cunt, all that? What? Don't talk to me like that. And you have about 2 seconds to either walk away or get the fuck out of my face. Not that I'm going to hit you, but you will never hear from me again. We're dating and you're like, well, that's because you're a dumbass bitch. I'm sorry, what? I won't talk to them like that. So I don't expect someone to talk to me like that. When you allow people to do to you what you will do to them. So if you're a bitch and you're like, motherfucker, you worthless piece of shit, that's why you ain't doing shit, you a piece of shit, dad, da, da, da. When they talk to you like that, you're okay with it, because that's how you speak to people. So I'm going to tell you right now, no, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh my God, you talk to me like that. Oh. I'm not a damsel in distress. However, I today do not surround myself with people who speak to each other like that. Like, if I see a girl and she's like, what up, ho? I used to, like, despise that. I'm your friend. You're like, what up, bitch? What up, ho? Wait, so I'm your friend and you're saying, what up, ho? What up, bitch? No, it's like, hey, Flo, how you doing? How's everything? How's your mom? How's your sister? How's your daughter? That's what I want around me. A guy to be like, honey, are you okay today? Do you need something? Do you, and I'm just telling you to say what you want, mean what you say, and get what you need. Don't sit here and accept horrible, the people treating you horrible, because it just means that you want to treat someone horrible as well. If you treat yourself well and you learn to treat yourself good, nobody could come at you talking to you like that. Nobody could come at you doing anything like that. Boundaries are very important. I just posted about boundaries. I'm a very boundary type of person, okay? So I want you guys all to understand all that information you just saw. Rewatch it when you can. Yes, I do come at you like that because I want you to learn. I was put here to awaken the masses like me, because before that I was hood and I was all that, and I was like spiritual shit, fuck all that. And then so like if I could awaken the people that were at my point, at then they can get to this point now. You could still be hood, you could still be a little ratchet, but you should be a good person and you should treat each other with respect, okay? As hard as it might be, okay? Fall in love with I'm no chill. Thank you for that. Hi Kelly, my love. I'm falling in love again with me, she said. Very fucking smart thing to say. That's why I took all this time to be alone, because I fell in love with me again. And I know who I am and what I want. And when I don't like, well, I will accept what I won't. So if somebody comes at me and I'm dating them, I'm never going to pretend to like something because they like it. I'm not going to pretend to be a certain way because they want me to. It's going to be like, hey, so you just met me. So I'm like this, like that, like that. You don't like it? There's the window or the door. Which way would you like to go out? Would you like me to throw you out the window or kick you out the door? Because either one will work just fine for me. I don't need you. Didn't need you for the past 3 years. So when you don't need somebody, it's not like I don't need you. No, it's not that kind of I don't need you. It's the kind of like I don't need you in my life. I just want you in my life. Honey, do you understand that? Okay, good. There's a big difference, okay? All right, I love you guys. Love and light to you all. Oh, I hope that was a lot of information. My legs are, my fat ass, my legs are numb from talking. I love you all very much. So just remember that, you know? When you start to learn that you don't need nobody, but you want them in your life, when they come into your life, you'll have your own life. So then you don't start to like, where are you at? Where are you texting each other 100 times, checking each other's phones and being a psychopath, and you can't go out and because you're not secure with yourself. When you're secure with yourself, somebody can go out all day and you like me, they can go out all day. If they want to cheat, they're going to cheat. You're not going to stop them. God ain't going to stop them. Let them go. You'll find out sooner or later. I always ask in a relationship, spirit guides, can you please show me if this person is being loyal to me or truthful? First of all, my intuition will tell me, and so will yours. So if you don't pay attention to it, that's on you. If your intuition is telling you, damn, something ain't right with this motherfucker, I'm feeling like paranoid, I can't sleep, it's because it's the truth. Stop trying to beat around the bush talking about, maybe I'm bugging out. Maybe, no, I mean, that's why you have to make sure you're healed before you start dating people, because then you'll know what's real, what's not real. When you're not healed, you can go into a relationship paranoid from the past relationships, okay? I love you guys so much. I'm posting this. I love you all. I'll see you guys later. Love and light to you all.